People think that some huge trauma needs to happen before you can use therapy. But really, you can use therapy to get the tools before something bad happens. Visit betterhelp.com/roast and learn some new things to help navigate life. Wait, where's my co-host? Chris? Chris, are you there? Where?
I'm here.
Wait, I can hear you. Where are you?
I'm here.
You're here? Wait, you're
Yes.
here. Oh, you're here.
I am here, right?
And we're still here.
We are still here.
We are still
here. Wow. How long has it been?
Vegas.
Wow. Like in the pool, yeah.
Yep. And then before that, like another year, like I left my house March 19th.
Mm-hmm.
Never went back. Never went back.
Right. And this is my first time in San Francisco while you're here. This is like my 8th or 9th time here, but since you've been here, yes, this is my first time.
And the first thing he said to me when he got here was, "You left New York for this weather." And it is tepid here. It is tepid, and he knows how hot I like it, but it doesn't snow.
Good point. When I got off the plane, I was like, "Brr." But yeah, it was like a good 50. It was a good 56, and the high today is 64. I have my hoodie and my short combo. You know, so
he came prepared.
Right.
I said, bring hoodies and long pants.
Right.
Like you could do shorts in the day. I'm telling you about 7 o'clock when that breeze comes in from the Pacific Ocean. You're like, yeah, I need a pant.
Yeah. I'm just so like excited. Oh my God. I'm just, it's been so long.
And speaking of excitement and so long, Chloe and Halle have tried to give us excitement for so long, and she failed to deliver with that last video. Were the fashions on point? Yes. The chorus was cute. What is an errant dog here? It happens out here. There are more dogs than children. There's the dog.
You offended a dog just now. But yes, the Chloe video came out at midnight. And, you know, a little birdie sent me the song before it dropped, and it's 2 minutes and 28 seconds. I've had hand jobs that lasted longer. I've had, my popcorn isn't even ready in 2 minutes and 28 seconds. So I was a little disappointed, but the song is just cute. That wound up working like I do. I feel like I've heard that before.
And that's a problem. That's Normani syndrome, where you don't have your own sound. So it's like, I thought I've been hearing this all summer and this was just the visual. You mean I haven't been hearing this? Then you're not unique enough. Now, I would say the dancing and the visuals were on point. She was giving her best Beyonce.
Yeah, she's from the school of Beyonce.
But the music, however, was a complete and utter miss. It's Beyonce never came out with anything cute. Now, I'm gonna say that about her. She never came out with anything cute. All of her singles are good.
And I like Chloe, I really do. Like, for some reason on Twitter, you cannot critique Chloe. You just can't. Or else you like, you're against Black women, you're not sex positive, you're sex shaming, but you can't have like a valid critique.
I said all I spoke on was the music. That is not a song. That is a chorus that they really couldn't finish. The song sounds unfinished. It was like the chorus, one kind of cute rap versey bridge, and then everything else was, it just wasn't.
The rap threw me off. Like if she sang for a bit, like where was the bridge?
The vocal, showing the vocal prowess. You have it.
And speaking of, she does have it. She's extremely talented. So I'm like, this is what I get?
The song wasn't written to really showcase her voice. It's Cardi B'd it. It's a Cardi B song. That would have been perfect with Cardi B on it and her doing the hook. That would have been cute because it would have given more of Cardi, because I feel like that's a throwaway Cardi track. that does not feel like anything unique. It feels like something that has been, passed around from producer to producer. It got to her and she's like, okay, let's try to make this work. And it was giving, a sex positive vibe, but the lyrics
the lyrics were kind of
and if the lyrics aren't there, and the music was also, it was like just the same, boop, 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 over and over again, where it's like, okay, after it's like a phone ringing.
I would compare this to...
Oh, that's what it was. It was a ringtone. That wasn't a song. That was a ringtone. That was a cute ringtone. You could win a Grammy for that ringtone, but don't call that a song, girl.
I would compare this to, because the talent is there, just someone of her caliber releasing that. It's like you go to a world-renowned chef and they fix you chicken nuggets. That is exactly the analogy that I'm going to use with that, because she's very talented.
I had chicken nuggets in my mind.
Right. It was just, okay, this world-renowned chef just came over to fix me chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
Right.
No filet mignon.
Microwavable chicken nuggets.
Oh, God. That's what that song was. It was very microwavable. It was very, 30-second, not even Jiffy popcorn, honey. It's that movie crap that you throw in the microwave for 30 seconds.
The gays are going to eat it up, though. The gays are going to eat it up. Well, the Black gays. And I feel like it's going to be a Normani team.
I don't want her to be a Normani T. And it's the same thing that's happened with Normani, but I will congratulate her that her fans were able to pressure VH1 into getting her to perform at the VMAs.
Perfect segue.
But what's she gonna sing?
She's gonna sing Wild Side. I finally got the song right, y'all. That's the name of the song, Wild Side. It's kind of inspired by Aaliyah's One in a Million, but it wasn't.
I hope for their legal sake it wasn't, because we saw what happened to Pharrell. They're going to take you to court with a hey, hey, hey.
She was, people say she begged to be on the award show. But what had happened was she mentioned to her fans that she was not asked to perform. And then a lot of her fans was calling MTV, why don't you let Normani perform? Now, if they're going to let that Camila Cabello girl perform, I think, why not? But... I will say,
I gotta say though, at least Camilla has a damn movie out. She just I'm gonna need some music.
Exactly. At least Camilla has something out.
And not cover music. You're gonna end up like June's Diary.
But after this, hopefully Normani will get back into the top 100, because it's not even in the top 100 right now. Unfortunately. I guess we can move on everyone else has with that song.
I'm embarrassed for her.
Wendy Williams is undergoing further evaluations due to ongoing health issues, in quotes, cancels upcoming appearances. So she's not going to delay the season premiere, but she's not going to be doing any promotion for it. So the season premiere is September 20th. And according to reports, Wendy is dealing with some ongoing health issues. She will not be able to complete her promotional activities next week, but she can't wait to be back in that purple chair. I blame Debmar Mercury, because they need to end this show on a high note. I feel like they're going to prop this woman up Weekend at Bernie's and put some sunglasses over her, and she's going to be held up like a marionette doll. They're going to hold her head up.
Just put her on hologram at this point.
Hologram something. They do not care about this woman's health. In the show, I care about Wendy. I don't know if you do, but I think that they need to end the show. She's having all these health concerns.
I feel one, Wendy has stayed too long at the fair. You have had an illustrious career, but I really feel like you should have ended it when you said that stupid shit about HBCUs. I feel like you should have gone on and walked off stage then and done a weekly podcast and given more of an auntie vibe. Because you given an auntie vibe, you are out of touch. You are no longer the girl that we go to for gossip, because your antiquated thinking and, ignorant opinions are simply no longer palatable. We do realize, how you doing? low-key started in homophobia. So on that note, you could still do something in entertainment, but your body is telling you, heifer, stay home. The whole reason you make the kind of money you've made is so that when your body says heifer, stay home, you can stay home and it's a nice home. Now, I think your apartment is tacky as all get out. I mean, honey, black walls, black wall, really? I'd rather see pastels. But who has time to stand in line at the post office? I'd rather be at the beach. And are you still paying full price for postage? With stamps.com, you don't have to anymore. You can mail and ship anytime you need to, right from your computer. Letters, packages, and pay a lot less. It's a must-have for any business, whether you're a small office sending invoices, a side hustle Etsy shop shipping out orders, or just navigating this hybrid work life. Stamps.com can handle it all with ease. No wonder over 1 million businesses choose Stamps.com for their mailing and shipping. Simply use your computer to print out official US postage 24/7, any letter, any package, and any class of mail, anywhere you want to send. Once your mail is ready, just schedule a pickup or drop it off. It's that simple. With Stamps.com, you get discounts of up to 40% off post office rates and up to 66% off UPS shipping rates. Stamps.com is a no-brainer, saving you time and money. It's no wonder nearly 1 million small businesses already use Stamps.com.
So stop wasting time going to the post office and go to Stamps.com instead. There's no risk. And with our promo code ROAST, you get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in ROAST. That's Stamps.com, promo code ROAST. Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again. So they didn't even tell us that it was the Graves' disease. Something is it something else? Is it COVID related? Like, I think they should have been more forthcoming with what's going on instead of having us.
She's 57. It's the grind. She has been on this grind, getting up at 4 a.m. forever. It is exhausting.
I don't think she gets up at 4 a.m. anymore. I think she gets up at 7. Like, I've been in the studio before. Like, she literally just gets there. They feed her the information. Literally on stage, they feed her the information too. And that's it. And she does some promos, and then she goes home. I really think it takes maybe a good 4 to 5 hours out her day.
No, they've got a lot of meetings and stuff. There's a lot of...
You think she's coherent for all that? I was not being shady.
At this juncture, you know, that's a very accurate point. At this juncture, it may be taking 4 to 5 hours out of her day, but also like the being on and the energy. She's 57. It's okay to cut back to once a week. Right. I feel like if she did a once a week show, it wouldn't be as stressful. You'd still make amazing money. Like, you have that option.
She should do a podcast.
Really, a once a week show. You could do it video. Some weeks you could do it video. Some weeks you could just be like, I'm doing the show from the bed. I feel like that would also make you more comfortable because that's, you know, how you came up. And TV is a lot more work. I mean, like, part of why I don't want to be on TV, I'm afraid I would go blind from all those darn lights. Like, I do not like lights in my eye, and it's just the camera's like, so it's exhausting. She should enjoy the fruits of her labor.
Right. Like, I think she has nothing else left to prove. Like, she doesn't. The only thing she's trying to prove now is that she's okay. And she's not. She's not. So I really think she needs to end it. I pray that she, you know, is there on September 20th. Now, if they delay it, they really need to think about this.
It's like, how many more seasons are you going to milk? And nobody wants to see someone suffering and not in the best position. It's gotten old.
I'm kidding. I know.
And if there was a moment of, okay, we're going to be with you while you pull through. We've been talking about you since you fell out in that, you know, Lady Liberty costume. And that was 3 years ago. That was before the world changed. Like, we've been dealing with COVID for 2 years.
Right. Could you imagine that happened during like the pandemia, panorama, they would have definitely ended her show then. They would have said, oh, it's COVID. Right. And she's very high risk too.
Right.
So, well, so Black Twitter has come up with this same argument that we've seen, I want to say a year ago or 2 years ago, of what would you rather do? Would you have $500,000 or a dinner with JayZ? Like, no lie. Have you heard of that? Like,
why would I go to a petting zoo to eat with a camel? They spit. They're not always the nicest and they smell funky.
They also cheat on their spouses.
That's why I'm not marrying one. Ooh.
Well,
and then he wearing a wig.
No, that's his Basquiat-inspired hair.
That's a Basquiat-inspired wig. And there's actually a great TikTok that proves it. This girl broke it down. It's a wig. It's a wig. You see how the new growth went from, okay, I'm trying to do the dreads, to full Basquiat. It literally jumped in 6 months. Hair don't grow that fast. It don't grow that fast. If it hadn't grown that fast in the first 6 months, I'm sorry. Now, I know you put some new growth drops. I know you put a couple miracle beads up in there, but it ain't gonna grow that fast. And then also you always have that leave-in headband. You know, that headband that you wear when your edges ain't properly laid, like when Beyonce had those fucked up bangs, just to show, to hide that wig line. He always has that bandana on. It's a wig. It's a wiglet.
Well,
and men have been wearing wigs. It's like, it's the new thing. That's actually his hair. That is his hair. Now, yes, you know, my edges go back to side A. I keep it honest and I keep it real. My edges go back to side A. I've been saying that for years. It's fine. I'm okay with it.
Well, when you're a billionaire, anything is possible. But I did see, like, I think on the Shade Room, they had this guy getting his hair done with his girlfriend. And he had like a sew-in on, and then it looked really nice afterward. And I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind trying that either, because who has the time to grow out hair? I don't. God. I don't. So I wouldn't mind it, but I don't think I would want Basquiat hair. I think I would want like, I think I would get the Killmonger thing, like with the little side.
Oh, thing. Oh, the little side dreads.
But
that would be, you know, we as men don't get to experiment with our looks like women do. Y'all get to have the wigs and the weave, and you know, you're like, you know what? I want to do a Toni Braxton cut, and I want to have long Naomi locks. You know what? I think I want it more curly like Shaka. Like, y'all get to change it up. It takes a long time for our hair to grow out, and there aren't as many styles for us. So it's like, I would try the Killmonger thing too. And I've already said you can just slap it on me.
So this is what the gentleman had to say about choosing a dinner with JayZ. He said, I'll explain since most can't comprehend. Dinner with JayZ is the better option over $500K because of the knowledge and expertise he has. He'll give you the blueprint on being wealthy and successful. His knowledge will be worth more long-term than the short-term $500K. Oh my God, I wanted to say it so bad. N-word, get out of here. Get out of here with that.
JayZ is a very shrewd and intelligent businessman. I will not take that away from him. Mm-hmm. But one dinner conversation is not going to make you a rich man. One, he had capital from his talent to invest in the businesses that he has.
Right.
In the property that he has. He was able to go out, do shows, make decent money, and then invest 20 years ago when things were much cheaper. So now his return on his investment is much larger. So he's also giving you advice that may have worked for him, but is no longer applicable for today's market. But you're not smart enough to understand that. I hate to have to break it down for him, but sometimes I have to break it down.
Yeah. It was just said so cavalier, like they knew what they were talking about. That I was just like...
Because idiots love to be loud and wrong.
That is just Twitter to a T. Oof. Twitter to a T.
I love Twitter to just watch. It's like, you know what? Let's just watch a dumpster fire.
Right. And then the whole quote tweet feature, like The sissies love. Well, you know what? I only say that because that is my Marvel Cinematic Universe on Twitter. Like, I'm way out on Pluto and Neptune, like observing, but people love to correct people on Twitter and let everybody know that, like, oh, I'm the superior one because I'm correcting this person below me, which I think. I don't know. I don't want to try to embarrass somebody on there.
Twitter is the literal definition of, well, actually.
Yes.
And it's not just, well, actually. It's, well, actually.
Exactly. Like, if my friend said something that was loud and wrong, I would DM them and like, you know what? What you said, I think you should maybe take it down, or maybe you should do some more research. But I'm not going to like embarrass somebody and try to like put them out on Front Street. But a lot of people like to use that quote feature.
I just watch Twitter now because people, they really have Twitter fingers. And yes. I may be the 2 or the 3 or the 4, but I am not the 1. And so rather than piss myself off arguing with a simpleton, I just watch. I'm like, oh, you proved you were stupid. Okay. Mm-hmm. Fascinating. Or just sometimes let people be wrong.
Right.
You don't always have to tell them, you know what, maybe that's right in your universe, since we all seem to be just picking our own universes that we live in these days. Facts no longer seem to matter. So, hey, honey, if the sky is green for you, it ain't costing me nothing.
Right. I mean,
ain't taking no food out my mouth, ain't fucking up the YouTube channel. So, hey, baby, let it be green. I will let you be at peace with your green sky.
Right. And your no vaccinations. Exactly.
Did you see the Matrix trailer?
I did. Unfortunately, I don't remember anything that happened in the past 3 movies, so I'm gonna have to be caught up or watch a refresher. It looked cool. It's just, I don't know what's going on anymore.
This was a plan from HBO to bring us the bull, because they have all 3 Matrix movies.
Oh, they do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because they know people are gonna be catching up all through this year until the movie comes out.
You know, I might just go to YouTube and watch like maybe like a 20-minute refresher, then have to watch like movie after movie after movie. I want the Cliff Notes.
I would say I feel like The Matrix deserves the respect of watching it all, because you love Easter eggs, Mr. Marvel Cinematic Universe. You love Easter eggs, and if you don't rewatch all of the movies, you are going to miss all of the delicious Easter eggs they're going to put into this one.
I don't think I was a Matrix fan like that. Like, I just knew it, right. I mean, I was excited for Reloaded, but the other one, what was the last one? The Matrix Revelations, or?
I loved all 3 of them.
I liked the first and the second one. I didn't like the third one.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's what turned me off.
Okay, I really enjoyed all 3 of them. You can put on any one of them anytime. Mm-hmm. It's like Lord of the Rings. Oh, okay, I'll watch this.
You need to watch Shang-Chi. It's so good. It's in San Francisco, the movie.
I'm not going to a movie theater until I'm dead.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm, like, oh, I'm going to have a house so that way I can have a theater room. Yeah, I'm never going back to a movie theater. Between viruses and also mass shootings, no.
Okay, no. Fair.
No, I am.
Well, it should be out soon.
I'm devoting the rest of my life to surviving it.
Right.
I'd like to remain, whole and intact.
Fair.
I'd like to keep both lungs, like to keep both legs. That's why I don't do scooters out here. Everybody's like, oh, you should get a scooter. No, because I would say every 25 people here, you see someone with the leg cast on because they messed themselves up on a scooter.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to see
these hills in San Francisco. You take the wrong hill, like,
right.
It is zoom.
Right. That's why people love skateboarding here.
Gosh.
The butts are good here too, because everybody bikes.
So I'm in downtown right now. That's where my hotel is. I love this area a little bit more. Let's just say that. I'll save that for off camera. I don't want to offend anyone that lives in San Francisco, but the Mission area and, Castro, this is beautiful. Downtown, I got in last night. Why does everything close so early? I got to my hotel at 10:30. Nearly everything was closed. I was going to go to Jack in the Box because it's like a 10-minute walk. I was like, this isn't my hood. So instead of paying my meal could have been $12, but I paid $23 on Uber Eats just so it could save me the hassle. My hotel is nice.
Are you at the Hilton? Did you carry your bags to the
Hilton? I am not. I'm at the Marriott.
Oh, okay. Because I stayed at the Hilton when I first got here, which is also downtown. And so I had the exact same experience where it's like,
Well, it's warmer on the East Coast. I'm just going to say.
Yes,
I left 73-degree weather, but I'm happy to be here.
It's a great summer cool down. It's like, this is getting you ready for fall.
Yeah, and I love hoodie weather. Hoodie weather is my favorite weather.
And it stays hoodie weather all year long here. Like it doesn't, like I don't have to deal with the biting winters of New York where you're on lockdown anyway because it's 4 degrees outside, -20 with the wind chill. I don't miss that. And I did that for a very long time. It's time for something new.
Okay, well, I'm happy in New York and hopefully you'll come back to at least visit. Yeah. I know not anytime soon because we're walking into winter now, but yeah, like, maybe next year.
Missed him this year.
Right.
What is HelloFresh? With HelloFresh, you get fresh, pre-measured ingredients and mouth-watering seasonal recipes delivered right to your door. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. It's fall season. We are getting ready for Halloween. We are getting ready for parties. We are getting ready for Christmas and Thanksgiving. So we don't have as much time to worry about dinner right now. So let HelloFresh worry about it for you. The family-friendly menu is a big win for back-to-school season with easy, delicious recipes for drama-free dinners. Get better value with HelloFresh because it's 30% cheaper than shopping at your grocery store. The pre-portioned ingredients ensure you won't spend money on food that you're not going to eat. And we're all tired of doing that. I have really enjoyed the cheesy beef chili cornbread swirls because, it's getting a little cool out. And I was like, I want something hearty. I want a little comfort food. Girl, it was good.
How long did it take?
It took 20 minutes.
Wow.
20 minutes. And I had delicious homemade food that satisfied. And also I had what I needed and didn't have a whole bunch of leftovers. Because sometimes you don't want a whole bunch of leftovers.
I agree. So y'all go to HelloFresh.com/Rose14 and use code Rose14 for up to 14 free meals. That's HelloFresh.com/Rose14 and use code Rose14 for up to 14 free meals, including free shipping. So make sure y'all hit up HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. But moving on with our topics, you were talking about trailers earlier. Did you see the Salt Lake City trailer? This is going to be must-see TV. They gave us the first 2 minutes. Jen Shaw, they almost had the arrest on camera. They almost, but somebody, the question is who tipped Jen off on the phone? And then who tipped off the feds to where they knew where she was at Heather's Beauty Bar?
They're the feds.
Right, exactly. I remember you saying that because a lot of people are saying, ooh, was it Meredith?
No, they're the feds. Like when you've been in that kind of investigation and you're someplace as small as Salt Lake City and you've been on a TV show where we know the people that you hang out with, it only takes a few tries to figure out where you are.
Right.
I love the trailer. I thought it was her husband that called her.
I think so too. I think it was.
Because they probably went to the
house. They were
at
the house first, and then she was like, okay, he saved her from being arrested on camera.
Well, I feel like they will, when you're doing something this big, they'll have multiple teams. Like they will have one team at your house to, you know, do that search warrant. They will also go to your place of work and, you know, try to get you there. And they'll also show up at your known haunts. Like they will have 3 different teams when we're dealing with a federal case. I mean, this is major fraud.
12 minutes. That's all it took by the time she left. They were like, the feds were there. I think they showed a helicopter there too.
Yep.
12 minutes. Oof.
It was like that meme when all these people are like at this like dinner party and then they're like, oh, it's go time. And you see everybody drink the drink, grab the gun. Yeah. That's exactly what the police did for Jen Shah.
This is going to be must-see TV. It's premiering on Sunday night. This is a change. Like, this franchise has really surprised me in a positive way. Like, I think they had a good first season. They had a solid first season.
They did.
And now Mary, she has like a main role this time. So she's gonna, you know. And did you hear the taglines? I think Lisa is my favorite.
What is Lisa's?
She said, you don't have to like me. I like myself enough for the both of us, or something like that. It was,
that's what it was.
And then Mary, she was like, if you come for me, I'm
sending Jesus after you.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I did. I never knew, I didn't see the actual videos, so I was like, I didn't know if they were real because I saw them on Twitter. Because, you know, Twitter will just make up taglines in a hot minute. Right. And you'll be like, oh, I thought those were real.
Well, they also have test taglines too. Like they have at least maybe 3 or 4 each housewife, and then they choose the best one.
Okay.
Yeah, good old behind the scenes TV. But yeah, it's going to be on Sunday nights, right after Potomac.
Oh, strong lead in.
Strong Sunday night. So I can't wait for the salad toss on Potomac.
Oh. Because Candace keeps knowing how to push people and Mia ain't taking nobody's crap. But Mia is giving me two-faced.
Yes, she loves straddling the fence, much like the stripper pole.
And much like her husband.
I heard we're going to find out how big of a creep he is.
I mean, he gives me typical rich cool.
Well, yeah, this is just going from the trailer. He might be like funny. But just from the trailer, I was just like, why is he being so creepy? So I don't know.
Did you see Beverly Hills this week?
Of course.
It was cute.
Or what?
It was cute, but I hate to say it, but PK had some points.
Right?
And when the piglet's right, you know you messing up.
I was like, that gargoyle is making all the points. Like, he's like, no, what isn't alleged is Tom took the money. Like, what's really alleged is this whole, like, mental thing that they're going with.
Yeah, it's like, you've been doing this for 10 years. The coup defense would only work for the past 2. I'll give you the past 2 because I had family that went through dementia and Alzheimer's. So I understand it's not, oh, you wake up and you're completely gone. Mm-hmm. But you don't go through that for a decade, boo. I'm sorry, that doesn't happen.
Oh.
How New York? You invited the sirens.
Yeah, like sirens is so weird hearing that here.
It's kind of rare.
Oh, okay.
It's not as much as you would hear in New York. Like it does occasionally happen, but it's like, oh, it's just quiet.
Well,
what you will hear though are foghorns. Like It's about to be foghorn season, and I live far enough away from where the foghorns are because I used to live over in Nob Hill, and like the foghorns were right next door. Mm-hmm. They were right next door, and it's just like all night long. I'm like, don't we have GPS? I mean, I get like your big boats, like you should be able to see the other boat.
Mm-hmm. I think Kyle is just so two-faced. You know, and I gotta say, I apologize. You called it from the beginning that Crystal was a mean girl. And each episode going forward, I'm like she really trying to get into the mean girl clique. Like she saw the opening, like Teddy's not there. You saw she's like dressing different. She looks good. But she's definitely like becoming real mean girl, like with Sutton and all that, and just like, oh yes, Erika, yes, Erika. I didn't get that from her earlier in the season.
I will never forget the little smile on her face when Sutton expressed to her, like, look, let's really not use the word violate. That's taking things too far. And that's implying things with the connotation of the word. And she was really like upset by it. And Crystal was just like, no. And was enjoying the fact that Sutton was upset. Like you could see the joy. And I was like, ooh, I don't like somebody that enjoys when somebody else is upset. That woman ain't done nothing to you.
Right. Okay, yeah. I mean, you were right. You were right. I mean, hopefully, like Crystal redeems herself, but it just seems like now it's just Sutton and Garcelle.
It's Sutton and Garcelle. Well, they're with the truth. Everybody else, I mean, Dorit, another spineless heifer. Like she had.
Her and Kyle mainly have been saying something very different in their confessionals and what's been said in front of Erika. Right. Like Kyle has been the main one questioning Erika. Remember, she just said, like, yeah, her bark is worse than her bite.
Yep. Kyle went to the school of Lisa Vanderpump. So she really has mastered how to get other people to ask the questions, and then how she was pushing Sutton. Well, you're not being honest.
Right.
Also, it's
irony.
You could see with Erika, like when she came into the dinner and she looked half dead, it's not the time.
Right.
Like,
but no, Sutton, you need to hear this, Erika. Like she wanted Sutton to be like, you are a lying bitch. I do not believe you and your old ass fucking husband. You stole that money. Why don't you admit it right now? Like that's what she wanted from Sutton.
She did.
But Erika, was she really trying to threaten to sue Sutton? With what? With Monopoly money?
Well, she was basically trying to say, oh, Tom will come after you. You mean the coup?
Right, wait a minute.
He's under conservatorship.
Right. She just don't know.
And again, like this was in the New York Times. You're talking about things that are already out there. You ain't breaking nobody's story. Girl,
I am going to sue you, Lord. Do you want to get sued?
Well, like, it's like,
girl, whatever.
Who? Like the only people I'm worried about getting sued from are the victims.
Exactly. And then she wanted an apology from Sutton. How about your ass apologize to the victims?
Yep.
Like I have to keep reinforcing what I'm saying to people that I don't think Erika did that, but she did know something. She knew ahead of time to get out while she still could. She's still defending Tom. And like with that whole mental thing, she keeps lying about it. Stop lying about it.
And they're not good, plausible lies where we really have to say,
oh, wait till next week. Wait till next week.
Oh, when she was giving Sheree spring summer?
Right.
Well, and then my son had a car accident and rolled over 5 times, and Tom's in, some type of mental hospital or, coop care. Yeah, that was really bad.
She could have really worked this season to her favor, but she's doing it all wrong.
I think.
What do you think you would have done if you were her?
Honey, we've said this several times on the show. He wouldn't have been alive long enough.
Well, no, I'm just saying you after the fact, saying that the story has come out. What would have done? Like saying that you knew you still had to film and still be honest. But what would have done differently where Erika could have the sympathy?
I would have thrown myself on the mercy of the court of public opinion and screamed from the mountains. I had no idea. I thought he was rich. I thought that this was money from investments and things like that. I didn't feel the need to go through everything. We had houses, we had planes, we were always rich. We knew he had $100 million settlement. So I just would have said, I didn't know. And I also would have moved into a small condo. Like I wouldn't have,
$9,000 a month, right?
You still have to be near filming, but I would have tried to get something like 3 to 4. And, just a small little studio and be like, I have to rebuild everything. And I would just figure out how I'm going to give these people the $25 million back or whatever I can, because I'm going to be like, I am a victim in this too. Right. I am not the biggest victim, but I was duped and I never would have spent your stolen money. And I would have been crying about that rather than, and I would have been furious with Tom.
Yeah. She's more angry at Sutton than she is Tom.
And I would have said, no, I left him because he stole, or I believe that he stole. And there's a lot of evidence that he stole. And I'm going into court all of the time because he allegedly stole.
Look at me, Dorit. Look at me. Look at my life.
I mean, I will say I have nicer floors in my apartment than she has in her house, but she does have a hot tub. I don't have a hot tub, but I do have
furniture she stole.
Oh, well, that's old furniture from the Playboy Mansion because she married a broke down Hugh Hefner.
Well, moving on to your favorite topic, Janet Jackson. So Janet Jackson, she shares a first look at her Janet documentary trailer in a new teaser.
Now, how am I going to leave my own house?
Okay, Ramona. I don't know. Can we talk about something? I don't know why you want to talk about this. I just want to talk about something different. Anyway, you're gonna hear it. You're gonna listen.
I mean, it's
Janet Jackson has granted cameras access to her life to coincide with the 40th anniversary of her debut album. This is my story told by me, not through someone else's eyes, Jackson says. This is the truth, take it or leave it. She has some guest stars too, I think Mariah, Missy, etc. And it's called Janet, of course. It's going to be on A&E, January 2022. It's a full documentary with a 2-part event. So it's 4 hours. I'm going to watch it. So it's 2 hours the first night. And then I think next week is going to be the rest of the 2 hours. So I'm excited. I want to know, is she going to answer all the questions? Like, was that your baby? And you know, we all was thinking about it. Was she pregnant? Like, did she give away the daughter? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I think that's a rumor that just stuck. I don't think that there is a secret Jackson baby out there. I think it's just a good, juicy rumor before we could prove things with the internet.
Exactly.
So it's like, well, it could, like, again, a good lie is plausible enough to be believed.
Remember that rumor back in the day about Ciara being a hermaphrodite? And that was the most craziest rumor. People was like, she has a penis as well.
Well,
people are so stupid.
There was a time though when you never saw her and Bow Wow in the same place, and a lot of people like, he just putting a wig on trying to get some extra money.
Well, that was Lil Mama, unfortunately. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing Janet.
I'm going to watch it. I'm just wondering if I'm going to have to order Bose headphones so I can hear her. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Is there something interfering with your happiness or is preventing you from achieving your goals? I know I had to work on my procrastination. Well, BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can start communicating in under 48 hours. It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's professional therapy done securely online. There's a broad range of expertise available, which may not be locally available in many areas. The service is available for clients worldwide. You can log into your account anytime and send a message to your therapist. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses, plus you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, so you won't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room as with traditional therapy.
BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches so they make it easy and free to change therapists if needed. It's more affordable than traditional offline therapy, and financial aid is available. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. Visit their website and read their testimonials that are posted daily. Visit betterhelp.com/roast. That's better HELP, and join the over 2 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they're recruiting additional therapists in all 50 states. Special offer for our Pop Roast listeners. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/roast. So Nick Cannon, I hate bringing him up. I really do. But he's 7 kids in now.
He's turning into Kanye with his out there thinking. And I saw this article and he said he's going to have more. And yes, you can financially take care of them. I'm happy for your success, but can you emotionally take care of them in all those different households? Do all of these children deserve a part-time dad? Like, you know, we get that things happen and people get divorced and all of that, but this kind of seems like
a vanity project.
I feel like it begins to be cruel to the kids when you're really like, yeah, I'm only going to be here half the time, or not even half the time, because you could give them a 7th and then you still have a business to run.
I've never liked him.
I mean, if you want to do the multiple wives thing where everybody lives on a compound and everybody's consenting adults and agree, who am I to argue? But if one's in California, one's in New York, you ain't gonna see half them kids. You just dropping babies and rolling on, and that ain't fair to the kids.
I predict he's gonna have 2 kids next year. And they're gonna be some woman that's just gonna be willing and waiting. Because it's a check. At the end of the day, it's a check. And if he got the money, I mean, hey.
He pays on time. Maybe
that's something you never hear any complaints, unlike Future.
Dream is another one. He pays them baby mamas and keeps everybody's happy.
I'm trying to think, has Nivea ever complained about him?
Never.
Huh. She complained about Wayne, though, I think.
Wayne is an asshole and a goblin. I mean, like, you got with the non-human. I will never be able to get past that.
Speaking of babies, Kylie Jenner, like, she officially shared her pregnancy. She has another one coming with Travis Scott. Good for her. Again, another Birkin bag mixed baby for her. That's what they see it as, I guess.
She's like, I'm going to have the same baby daddy.
Right, exactly.
It's stability. I'll give her that.
Right. I mean, I just don't like the bitch, so I guess we can move on.
I mean,
congratulations and happy birthday.
I just feel like she's more of a sentient plastic doll, so I have no real emotion for her. Like, I picture her and the Svedka bottle, the Svedka girl, as like the same. Like, just true and utter robots.
So while we're in that universe, Scott Disick and Lisa Rinna's daughter, because I don't care about the girl's name, they broke up. And you know Lisa Rinna's like cheering and happy about that.
I would be too, because I wouldn't want him to drop a baby.
A 38-year-old and a 20-year-old. You're 38, right?
Yeah.
And this is no, I didn't, but I'm just saying.
How young would I go? Not 20.
Right. 20 years old. Not even old enough to get a drink.
No, I think that is his midlife crisis and her daddy issues. So really, we have some questions for Harry Hamlin.
So according to reports with them, they've been arguing a lot recently. And she was very embarrassed over the whole situation with Scott. I think he got caught DMing Kourtney Kardashian's ex about her because she's been taking like these pictures with her new man, Travis Barker from Blink-182. It was a whole thing. It's white people news. I don't think it was worth going over. That had to do with them breaking up as well.
Because he still cares about whichever Kardashian he was
with. She does have 3 of his kids, doesn't she? Or
yeah. 2 or 3, like, they're going to be family forever because of that.
And they said the split was a long time coming and many of their friends agree it's for the best. I mean, especially Lisa Rinna.
She's going to find some other loser to marry because she's not that girl. I mean, if you're dating Scott Disick at 20, you know, maybe you can at least go up, but I don't see her going up. I don't see her pulling a Lori Harvey. Now, Lori knew how to do it.
Comparing Lori Harvey to this girl, it's an offense to Lori Harvey. It really is.
Well, she was trying to Lori Harvey, but she failed.
Right.
She failed. She was like, if I'm with Scott Disick, you know, I'll be in the tabloids, I'll be in the paper, I'll be adjacent to Kardashian money. You know, it still keeps it in the E Bravo family. So that was a career move for her. But again, a gold digger who hit copper. She should have been with, if she's going to go older, go on and get with the network executive that's a good, you know, 50, 65. Get somebody with one foot on the banana peel already on their way out. If you're going to do it right. Do it thoroughly. Put your back into it.
Something tells me you've been thinking about this a lot. Something.
The average age here is 45.
Wow. Well, I'll stay in New York. Lord. Fallon is in the news again. She's accusing Simon of stalking her.
Simon is too busy of Portia's puss to be stalking her. Fallon, okay, look, you got a new man, you pregnant, get engaged, get married, get a spinoff, do a podcast, but stop whining about your coup.
Yeah, she's saying she accuses ex-Simon of stalking and sending packages and posting subliminal captions about her boyfriend, Jalen Banks.
Wait, no. How do you know what he's posting if you ain't on his page?
This is
your ex-husband. Why are you on his page? You ain't got not near a child together. He gave you a little $150,000 and told you to get on your way. Count your money and be grateful. At least you got something. 153 for 2 years isn't terrible if it's not taxed. It's not the best, but you know, it's more than Erika Jayne's getting.
Yes. I will say in this whole matter, she has never come after Portia. I mean, most of the internet came for her, but it just says a lot that she knew that that marriage was a farce, that they both were seeing other people. So I'm glad she at least isn't blaming Portia for this. I think she knows not to.
Yeah, she knows.
She knows the part that she played.
Portia is a fan favorite, and she knows I might be able to go against her in the beginning, but that pendulum swing will crush me, and she'll still be on the show.
I think Portia just has something on her, too.
It's possible.
Like, just in case she came for her. That's
why Portia's hair is so big. It's full of secrets.
Oh, and speaking of Atlanta, you know, we saw Greg's celebration, and everybody from Atlanta was there. You had even Kim and Kroy was there.
Greg was a great man. Everybody wanted to show up for him. That's sadly a moment where we're all able to get together.
It was everybody, like Phaedra, Kenya, Walter was there. Walter.
I hear that Atlanta is small, so they probably saw each other when they were on the scene.
We saw Lisa Wu. Sheree wasn't there. I was really surprised about that. Cynthia and Candy, I think they were booked because Cynthia's, I think her mom and her sister was both there.
Okay.
The only person I probably would have been shocked that was there is Claudia Jordan. That's the only person I would think I would like be jaw to the floor if she was there. Because she hates Nene. And I'm sorry, if something bad happened to me and we're enemies, fuck away. Like I don't care. Anything happened. No, don't come over. I don't need your sympathy, bitch. I don't. So I'm glad they kept it a buck between them. I'm just saying.
Well, I think the thing is her and Nene had their friction.
Right, but they were never in a good place, ever.
But also it's about Greg.
Right.
And so her and Greg were probably cool. And so, I mean, I don't know where Claudia is. Claudia, girl, where are you living now? Are you still in Texas?
I feel like she's in California, isn't she?
She might be.
She has to be there.
I gotta message her. Claudia, if you're watching, hey, hon. But she don't hate Nene. She said it on the show. She's like, did we have our friction on the show? Yeah. And she actually, on her show on Fox Soul, gave Greg a great shout out.
Okay, I don't watch her show.
They all did because they all have met him and hung out with him. So, they gave a great little tribute. So no, she don't hate Nene.
And even though Nene has gone through all this, I still don't want her back on Roa.
I think she needs to take a good year to heal and grieve And then I'd like to see her do something on OWN, you know, maybe with some more mature women where it's like, it's our next chapter, you know, we're empty nesters now. Maybe some of our husbands have passed, like, you know, that type of reality show where it's like, we're finding new ways to spend our time. It could be like a classy rebranding.
Oh, Eva, perfect segue. So Eva has a new show out called All the Queen's Men. It's out, I think, on, I want to say BET Plus, maybe. Have you heard it? It's just started. I think you should watch it because I hear it's like a male version of P-Valley. So it's a male strip club. She's the
madam.
The madam. I think it's an interesting concept. I saw a clip and this guy just walked in like thing just swinging. And Eva's just like there, like talking to him. I might check it out, but Eva's new face.
Oh,
I did not know this was Eva. Clearly, let's start with the teeth. This is Eva right now. This is Eva. I did not even recognize her. She clearly got fillers, like right here. I didn't think she need that. She got a nose job too, and then the teeth. Lord, it's piano keys,
chiclets.
Like she got the Trina and Bobby Light special. Like,
oh God.
Yeah. Why do people do this? Like they're not a natural white. It's like white out white. Like teeth aren't that white.
They're not. Like they're, you know, there's actually a color called tooth where it's like they're off-white, they're bone, they're ivory. Like you can, and like if you do have super white teeth, like there is a way to get that look naturally where it's like, oh, you have very white teeth, but it's like those, they don't look like teeth. They look like plastic. They look like chiclets. There's a shine to them.
Yeah. I thought Eva was beautiful already. Hopefully she stops there because I don't think she needed all this.
She wears too much makeup for me, but I will never forget how she fell out when I told her I had Nini's wig at Bravo.
Oh yeah, memories.
Oh God.
But yeah, y'all, it's called All the Queen's Men and it's now streaming on BET Plus.
I will check out the first episode, and I actually have a friend who watches the show who I think may be on the show.
Oh, okay.
I gotta check that out with, and I think you may be watching. So hit me up in the DMs. Let me know which episode you're on.
Child, let me tell you some tea. So I guess I can leave this on here. Someone hit me up yesterday, and they are a publicist for someone that was on Jersey. And she was a friend of, read between the lines, y'all. And I think she was telling me like to promote her stuff. And I'm just like, I'm not like a Bravo blog. I just review Bravo shows. I was like, oh, I appreciate that you watched the show, but I'm not about to post that, you know, she's doing this or doing that when she wasn't even a cast member.
And how much were they offering to pay you?
Nothing. Nothing. But I was just like, you know, I appreciate that, you know, that her publicist is watching.
Is it Danielle Staub?
It's not Danielle Staub. She was a cast member. But the thing is, like, it would be so random of me to post stuff about her on my page. That's why I was just like,
who?
Well, I'm sure y'all know in the comments.
Oh, God. Oh, you don't want anything to do with that woman. Now I know who it is. Oh God, no, you don't want nothing to do with that. And that probably is her pretending to be a publicist.
Well, I did check to see it's legit. That's her publicist. But I was just like, how random. How random. I'm glad they watched the show. Like, I'm excited, but maybe hopefully they bring her back on next season. But yeah, it was just really random. You never know who's watching.
I guess we never know who's watching.
So I know you're an Anita Baker fan.
I am.
She got her master's back. Yay! So now, like, you know, we can stream comfortably knowing that the money is going to her.
Yes.
My mom loves Anita Baker. She loved Anita Baker, Shaka Khan, Prince.
Same.
My dad, Al Green, Sade, and who else? I want to say Marvin Gaye.
That
was his top three.
that's back when you could put on an album and it was playthrough.
Timeless music. Not that, work it like I do, work. Like, I was 7 years old listening to Caught Up in the Rapture, like just, or No Ordinary Love, Backstabbers. Jeez, just so many different songs.
And they're still good today. Now, we have a little bit of sentimentality for the music of the late 90s, early 2000s.
Right.
But some of that, like, we go back and listen and it's just like, yeah, this is just pure memories, that the music ain't that good. But I don't know what's going to happen with like the Lil Nas X music of the world that's like meant to not last. It's like just the fact that these songs are just so short. Like a short song used to be like 4 minutes and 58 seconds. A
short one.
That was a short song. A song was usually a good 5 to 6 minutes. Now, once you get into 7, that's when you're getting into the remix or the reprise or extended version. They used to have extended versions. Now, exactly. Now, because they want to have you stream it so much and it's all about the numbers, they're like, no, make the song as short as possible so people will want to hear it again. It's like, why don't you just make it good?
Right. Just make it good.
If you just make it good, they will want to hear it again. That's your problem. Talent.
Toni Braxton's debut album, Breathe Again, has a reprise at the end. Like, I was just like, when you said reprise, I just immediately thought of that.
Yeah, we haven't seen the reprise in a minute. My favorite album from her is Secrets. I love all her music, but like I was a big Toni Braxton fan, still am. But that Secrets album, Jill Scott ain't even had to come out with that many albums. You know why? Because Sounds and Words was the best. It was like, girl, you couldn't top that if you tried.
And they mattered.
And her other albums are good too, but like that is like, you can always put that on. You can put on if your man's coming over, if your friends are coming over, you could put that on at the cookout. It is all purpose. Music for all seasons.
Right. Toni Braxton's first album is just one of the best debuts for an R&B female of all time. So that's still going to be my favorite. 7 Whole Days, Breathe Again, Another Sad Love Song. Oh my God, yeah.
The Waiting to Exhale soundtrack.
Oh, that's the best movie soundtrack of all time.
I cannot argue that point.
Yeah.
I really can't. Like, that is...
Babyface was in his bag. Like, he put his foot in that album. Oh my God.
You got that leg up.
Oh my God. Moving on. Oh my God.
Oh, I've missed this.
Right?
It's not.
This is a once in a lifetime. This is like an eclipse. This is almost like an eclipse.
I will come back to the East Coast to visit in the summer.
The block is going to be hot Monday in New York. The Met Gala is there, and it's Fashion Week right now too. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going. I don't know nobody. I mean, it'd be nice to go, but yeah, I'm just saying, like, you'll definitely see a celebrity sighting in New York if you're there right now.
Here I am, the celebrity.
And the only Black person within a 5-mile radius. I'm kidding. Maybe you're one of the 5 Black men in a 5-mile radius.
There really are about 20 of us in the peninsula. Like,
oh man, it's whatever.
I think we just like warmer weather. Okay, Usher, Priyanka Chopra, and Julianne Ho are going to co-host a competition series called The Activist. So we're now commodifying activism just purely outright, because you're gonna have commercials on that show. You're gonna have to pay these people a whole lot. Are they doing this show donated? Are you donating your time to do this show? Because if you're not, maybe you should just let activists be activists and enjoy their grassroots work without stamping all over it with this.
Sponsored to you by Doritos.
Yeah. And it's like Doritos is going to give $40 to HBCUs.
Yeah, they got roasted on social media, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. Like the celebrities can just give their money to the causes. Right. But that wouldn't be a good show if they have to make it into a competition.
And then it's like, oh, well, you know, you didn't what is it going to be like? Oh, well, your nonprofit didn't help this many people, or you didn't raise this much money, so you know who wins?
Right.
Oh Lord. I
have one charity in my hand, and the charity in my hand will progress to the next round.
Heart disease, please pack your things and go home.
Cancer, you've made it to the next round.
HIV, come on down. You are our winner.
Are we at the end now?
Are we at the end?
We are at the end. Oh my God.
Well, we will see you all soon. Maybe not live, but we'll see you soon for something. Oh wait, I'll see you sooner than I listen to that Chloe song again intentionally.
I'll see you sooner than Normani's relevance.
Ooh, child, you ain't gonna see me for a minute then.